Some of the interviews really, Neil, are shy people that never ever really get out there.
That's why you're not in there.
Exactly. Well, that's another reason.
But Barry Robbins, yeah. But Michael Tuck, before I leave him, I was fascinated that he said when they told him he couldn't play on, they effectively retired him. He thought he had another year left in him.
We all do.
We all do. And he said he was really, I think he didn't use the word depressed, but effectively depressed for 2 years. Really struggled.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do. A lot of people don't know how to come down off that mountaintop, and really, when I look back, it's making sure that you actually have that next phase of your life ready to go when you're just coming down for a little slide and then bang into the next era. And that's the way I felt. I did it.
That was coaching.
Yeah, but the same with playing. You know, I didn't know I was going to coach for 30 years.
You never did get sacked, did you?
No, he stayed long enough. I mean, I couldn't sack Essendon because the deal in the end is I used to brag from when I was a kid. Just imagine a little 10-year-old kid going to sack the club you loved.
Mike, but the point about Michael Tuck, and it goes to other players.
Yes,
now, you've managed.
Point. No, it's a good point.
You've managed young men for your whole life, really, and you've done a superb job with a lot of difficult and not so difficult young men through the various clubs. What is it going on that we've got this problem with mental health now with the players?
I reckon there's a lot of different areas. I think they expect too much from themselves in their life. You know, they're in a hurry to be successful. One. Two, I'm not quite sure whether they dallied around with marijuana or drugs earlier. I do not know that because I have no idea about that area, but I reckon there's something there. I don't know what it is yet. And I think that, you know, to me, having the phone and having Facebook and having every other connection with everybody else that you want to have fans following you, it's just quite amazing how many you got on Facebook and how many you got on Instagram. And
they care about that, do they?
Yeah. Apparently, you know, what's wrong with just having a pretty good life, doing what you love, maybe, and you either win or don't win premierships. And you know, a lot of premiership players aren't great players, and a lot of great players never won premierships. So balance it out and get that sorted out. And the cricket's going to go through the same by the look of it.
Well, it is, and from the outside, it's so hard to understand from somebody who goes to work and sits in an office all day that you get to train, you get to play, you get to knock around with the people that you like, you get well paid.
Exactly.
It seems the perfect life.
Yeah, look, I was asked I had a function up in Sydney with all our great sponsors and that in Sydney and our coterie members in Sydney last week, and you know, my boss, you know, Xavier and Justin Rodsky, the Essendon people, they said, well, what happened when you coach? I said, well, we always had fun because I would get comedians in. You know, I'd cut training and say, look, well, we're going to have a comedian this week. We lost 3 in a row and I don't feel good, so I thought it would be a bit of fun. So we got comedians and we did everything. We got the best joke a player could. We had awards for best jokes, trip to Queensland. Because in the first 10 years, these blokes worked and had to come and cop me up the Tullamarine Freeway. Well, I know what it's like going to training with Tom Hayfield. It was just going to be hell, you know, because he's just going to train the hell out of us sort of thing. And that was the way it was at Essendon up until probably somewhere where the Channel 9 and Channel 10 got together and railroaded 7 out of it. So the players got the money. We didn't have any full-time coaches other than probably a handful in the AFL. So we had to sort of get all that balanced out. So in the end, we had tried to put a lot of fun into our... and really, one of the great things we did was we all made a beeline to make sure we had a great trip somewhere in the world at the end of the year. And that was fantastic from our coaching group. So we'd go away to Europe or go away to the islands or go to America, and we had to have a learning period for a week and then go and do your own bit in the other week.